Hello, ladies. It is I, Scotty the Hottie. Michelle is running a tad bit late today, so I just thought I would do the husband thing and just start this for her, okay? Number one, this eyebrow thing ain't that hard, okay? Look at this, okay? I came in, I got that pencil, and I went after it. I mean, look at these things. Those are beautiful. Watch this. Drives the ladies nuts, I'm telling you. So, I'm going to go through this look, all right? Here's what you do. You get one of these things, all right? It's got an end on it, and it's got this other thing. Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. Hang on. It's something in here. There's something like this, and it's got a black thing on the end, and it's like a pen. And you grab that thing, and you just, like, get in there and, like, go after it, you know? Like, get up and get... You got to get the arch, right, Michelle? Like, she's always talking about the arch. Yeah, it's up.
What are you doing?
I was just.
What are you doing?
I was just showing that I could do eyebrows, like you.
Get out! What are you doing?
I was just showing him because I could do the thing like you do. Seriously, that looks good. Look, watch me do the eyebrow.
No, is that how my eyebrows look?
It's pretty sexy, I thought.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Hello! My eyes are watering. Hold on. Oh my gosh, you guys, sorry. I told him to get it set up because I'm running behind. I had a client stop by and it got behind. I got one crazy husband right there. But you gotta love him. He's creative. He just went out there with the kids. And they're probably looking at him like, what is going on? Okay, ladies. Hello. How are you doing tonight? Are you excited? This has been the best party ever. Like, it has been amazing. This was the best start. Okay, well, let me just tell you. Scotty does what he wants, okay? He's all about the business. He's my hype man. I am Michelle McLendon. That was my husband, aka Scotty the Hottie. I have been with Senegence since June of 2017. And great and better now. I needed that laugh. Good. I needed that laugh. I was running around like a crazy. Christina knows, right, Christina? I was running around like a crazy. My kids are like, I want to wear this, I want to wear that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get this video going. Hey, Alyssa. Okay, so I've been with He just scared the kids. He just scared the kids with his eyebrows. Miles is like, no. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was with Senegence. I joined in June. Best decision of my life. Prior to this, I used to not wear makeup, like, ever. So when I started this, Lip Sense was my jam. And then my whole world, like, changed. Not just my makeup game, but also my confidence in myself. Not saying that makeup gives you confidence, but the company and the sisterhood and the support that you receive just uplifts you and makes you feel great. Like, the biggest thing for me is, before Senegence, I didn't really have anything for myself. So if you watched Ashley's story, she talks about, like, taking care of yourself and loving yourself, and that's exactly what I did when I joined Senegence. So I'm here to talk to you today about brows, your brow game. Is your brow game good? Do you think your brow game's good? Are you like, I could use a little bit of, makes you feel pretty, and that's what us ladies need. Yes. My brow game was not good, ladies. Not good. So I didn't really do anything. Like, in high school, I used to pluck from the top, and I had the thinnest eyebrows ever. Alyssa, no, it's not. Well, we're going to fix that, okay? So, good tips. You're going to get them. So, a lot of people do their brows differently. It depends on what you like. If you like a more boxy brow, if you like a more curved brow, if you like a high arch, if you like a fierce arch. So it all depends on your preference. So before we get into the filling and the shaping, we're going to talk, well, actually, before we get into the brow mapping, we're going to talk about shaping. I shape my own eyebrows. So I pluck my eyebrows. I didn't have one until my sister pointed out I needed to do them. Do your eyebrows. So I pluck my own eyebrows. Now, a lot of people will tell you to do things differently. Disclaimer, this is how I do my eyebrows, okay? You don't have to do it this way, but this is what has worked best for me. Brows, this is it. We're doing the brows. So let me grab my little kit here, and I'm going to just show you quickly how I shape my brows. And then we're going to move on to mapping and filling, okay? So I pluck my own brows. Now, when I first started, my brows were a disaster. I had scars. I have scars on both sides of my brows on the inside. So they kind of go every which way. Like they're all over the place. So I used our lash extend, our clear lash extend, and helped boost the growth in my eyebrows so that I could then start to shape them. My eyebrows are sad and thin. Help. Lash extend. Okay? No joke. It's for your lashes, but I use it on my eyebrows. So I used it for about 3 months, and I could see significant growth in the holes in my eyebrows, and also on my scar tissue, on my scars. I could see that there was growth. So I let them grow, and then I started to shape. This is how I shape my brows. Again, you don't have to do it this way. This is what works for me. So I brush everything up, okay? Brush everything up. And what I would suggest that you do is you do your brow mapping, which I'm going to show you next, and then you decide what is going to work best for you before you start cutting and plucking and all of that, okay? So I brush up. I already have my shape to my brows, okay? I grew that. I grew them myself. Well, with lash extend. Never thought of using lash extend. Yes, lash extend is the bomb. Okay, so I brush them up, and I kind of stay away from my plucking from the top. There are a few areas where I pluck because the lashes or the brows have gotten a little darker. But I brush up. And then, again, don't do this until you figure out what shape works best for your face. I brush up, and I kind of brush them kind of hard, and I get them all kind of pointing up. And then I take these scissors. That's right. I take these scissors, and I trim them to the shape that so that they're straight across. So this way, when I don't have product on them, they lay where I want them to, because you're not going to always have eyebrow wax. And I've heard you should never pluck from the top. Yes, that is true. But I have a few scragglers, and I feel if I leave them, they're going to creep right up to my hairline. They're going to creep on up. So I go through and I trim them up. I trim with my scissors anything that is above my shape. So get your shape first, then you can start trimming. I also brush down. Okay, anything that goes below my shape, I trim. That way, even if a hair is misplaced, it's not going to mess with your shape, the shape of your brow, okay? You don't have to cut your brows. I do. It works for me. It's easy. But first, get your brow shape. So we're gonna talk about that now. So a lot of people do different brow mapping. Mine is kind of a mixture of a bunch of different suggestions. So a lot of people say that you should start your brow on the inner part of your brow. You should go from your nostril, not the side of your nostril, but the top, like where your nostril kicks out, okay? And straight up is where you're gonna go. That's where your brow is gonna start, okay? When you're shaping your brows, I had a tool, and did he take it? He took my tool. That's what he used to color in his brows. I went out specifically and bought like a brow liner, a dark colored eyeliner, because I don't have one because I don't use it. So we're gonna have to imagine, what did he do with that? That little stink. Okay, so basically if you have a brown colored pencil, you can achieve the same thing. So you're gonna go straight up and see the tip of this, you're gonna make a mark. Okay, did you see that? You just flick it up, so you get your pencil there, flick it up, make a mark. You're gonna have a mark where your brow should start, okay? Then, this is a lot of people have different suggestions for this. So some people say to go from the middle of the nose, through the middle of your pupil, middle of your nose, middle of your pupil, make a mark. Some people say to go from the bottom of your nose and the side of your iris. I feel like that is a little too far for me. So I go from the middle of my nose, through my pupil, and make a mark. So you've got a mark here, you've got a mark here. Then you go from the bottom of your nose, the bottom of your eye, and make a mark. This is where your eyebrow should end, okay? So basically you're playing connect the dots. Now, I would do this until you get the preferred shape that you want, okay? And then I would fill it in. Try it out for a while, and make sure it's something that you want before you start cutting your eyebrows. I don't want anybody sending me messages about how they chopped all their eyebrows off, and now they need me to send them a lash extend. Okay, so you want to map it out. You want to see what works for your face. But if you use those general lines, those instructions, so the top of your nostril, mark it. The middle of your nose, through your pupil, mark it. Bottom of your eye, bottom of your nose, mark it. Then all you have to do is connect the dots, okay? So try that out. I do not do a harsh, boxy brow. I'm going to show you what I do right now. I'm going to do two different ways. So we have two different ways that you can do your brows. We have Brow Sense, which comes in this fabulous little container. One side has the color, one side has the spoolie. Okay, that would be too far for me. I went from the bottom through my iris. Yeah, so sometimes it doesn't match up. We all have different shaped faces. So when someone's telling you, oh, you should do this, or oh, you should do that, I strongly believe that you need to map it out, fill it in, and let it resonate on your face. Like, see how you feel about it. And at first you might feel kind of crazy, like, oh, my eyebrows are too dark. Oh, I look crazy, like Scott. They're too big. You just have to find what is comfortable for you, okay? So I'm going to show you on one side with the Brow Sense. And I use dark Brow Sense. That's what works best for me. But we also have taupe, okay? We also have light. And we also have auburn, okay? I tried the taupe when I first started, and it worked, but it was a little too red on me. So I went over to the dark. And then on this side, I'm going to show you how to fill your brow with Shadow Sense. Okay. I use smoked Topaz Shadow Sense and a thin angled brush. Okay. The trick with a thin angled brush when you're applying your Shadow Sense in your eyebrow is when you turn it to the side, you want it to be super thin, okay? You want it to be super thin. If you look at like this, you see how that's kind of fluffy and it flares out a little bit? This would not be a good brush for that, okay? You need something that's super thin. This is just a Maybelline brush. I purchased it because it was so thin. And I was like, that's it, that's the brush. There's really no, it was like a little travel set. And I bought the travel set because it had the brush in it. So what I would suggest is just looking at them and making sure they're thin, okay? So this is how I do it. I kind of stay away from the front of my eyebrow and I go about 1/3 of the way in, and that's where I start. Because your eyebrows are naturally supposed to be lighter in the front and get darker at the back, okay? Some people like to fill it all in and make it boxy, and it's whatever shape they prefer, okay? So I just brush my brows up. And like I said, I have the main shape, so I'm not going to map them. Then we're going to start with the brow sense. So when you pull the brow sense out, this is what it looks like. This gives you more of like a micro bladed look. I hate it when you have to buy sets to get one thing. I know, right? This gives you a micro bladed look, okay? And the nice thing about brow sense is this is waterproof, so it ain't going anywhere, okay? So what you want to remember with when you're applying it with a brush like this is you kind of want to go in the same direction that your hairs lie. So, and you want to do quick strokes, okay? You could also take this. You could also take this and use a brush to do it. So when I get up here to the top, my brows are kind of laying sideways. So I'm going to go the same direction in quick little strokes with my brow sense, okay? When I get to the back, they're pointing down. So I'm going to go the same direction. Now, with this, you have to stop every now and then and use your spoolie, okay? You want to make sure. Hello, Bobby from Texas. You want to make sure everything is still laying the way it should. And this, the stuff that I like, what I like about this is if the product keeps your brows like that's where they're going to be. Like, it's windy outside, don't worry. They ain't going anywhere. They're not going to be pushed around. They ain't taking it. Okay, so up at the front, this is where it gets a little wacky for me, okay? I have scars. My brows naturally go all over the place. So I do quick little, super quick strokes to make it as natural as I can. Hey Marissa, hey Cassidy. Sorry guys, I'm like focused. Okay. And then use your spoolie, okay? You could also probably get this on a thin brush and do it that way. And I've also heard a lot of the girls will pull this plastic piece out right here. See this plastic piece? Pop it out, take their spoolie, pop it right in there, then brush their brows. Genius, right? Then you don't have to do this 8 billion times. So again, this is more of like a micro bladed look. This is not going to give you that super full brow. You're just taking your shape that you have now and accentuating it. You're adding more hairs. How do you figure out what color? So I started out with Mocha Java. And let me just tell you, and Taupe, let me just tell you, the best brows are when you mix colors, because naturally your brows are all not the same color. Like some of your brows are highlighted, right? So here's the thing. Go with the color that you think. I would say if you're on the blonder side, you're going to want to go with light. Taupe has red in it. So it takes more of like a, or not, it doesn't have red in it. It has more of a red tone to it. The difference between your two brows already, right? Look at it. Isn't that crazy? Now, normally this would not take me that long because I'm like a whiz at it and I could be just done with it. But when you first start doing this, it's going to take you a little getting used to. But just know, it literally takes me like 2 minutes to do my brows. You do need this. This is magic in a bottle. And I'm telling you, it stays. Like, this is waterproof. This ain't going anywhere. So, and just make sure that you'll feel it. Like when you brush it, you'll feel it, the product on it. Like it's sticking. Like where you put it, it's there. And it helps your other hairs to stay in place too. So, so let me just do a little bit more and then we're going to move on to the other side. And like I said, the front, again, you want to keep it as natural looking. So I would pay more attention to the back because that's where you're gonna darken up that color. Okay. Look at that already, you guys. Look at that. And like I said, you can also try to use the opposite side and dip it in. Okay. Now, what I was saying before, and I lost track, is I was using taupe, and then I think I tried auburn, and auburn was a little too red for me. But let's say you go with taupe, right? Let's say you think that it's taupe is going to be your color, and talk to your consultant or talk to your distributor too, because they're going to be able to help you out. Let's say taupe is your color. You think taupe is your color. You get taupe, and you're like, oh, I need it to be a little darker. Go ahead and purchase the dark and layer it because that's going to look the most natural. Because like I said, your brows are not all the same color, okay? So that is what I accomplished with this side. Look at that already. So this is with Brow Sense. Again, it is waterproof. Look at that. Now we're going to move on to the other side and we're going to use Smoked Topaz. I love the fullness that the Shadow Sense Brow gives you. Okay? No.
Are you still going?
Yes, I'm going. Oh. Sorry. Wife life. Hashtag wife life. Okay, so let me show you this. I originally started out with Mocha Java, and again, it was a little too red for me. So I switched over to Smoked Topaz, and bam, life changed. Life changed. Okay? Let me show you this. So what I do is I take that brush I was telling you about, okay? I pull out my wand, and I rub a little bit off onto my brush, okay? Now, remember that Shadow Sense is, you can stack it, okay? So, yep, Smoked Topaz for the win. I have a lot of customers that love Smoked Topaz just for this reason. Okay, watch this magic, people. I'm going to start about a third of the way in because I want the front of it to be more natural looking, okay? So I'm going to go straight in. I'm going to line the bottom of my eyebrow with my shape, okay? And once you figure out your mapped brows, you're going to know what that is. Okay. I'm gonna try to get this. I know this is in the way, sorry you guys. Look at it, look at it. Watch this, you're watching this magic happen right in front of your eyes. See this magic? Magic. Okay, and then with this, with the Shadow Sense, I also do the top. A lot of people shy away from the top, but I love the look that it gives me. So I'm going to do the top, okay? Don't get nervous. Don't get scared. Okay, and I'm doing quick little strokes, okay? Getting to the top of my arch, and remember, you're gonna have a line. So you're gonna, I'm telling you, Bobby. Bobby, listen, Bobby. You do this enough, and you're gonna be a whiz at it. I wanna hear it. I wanna hear about all the success stories with the brows. And here's the thing, if you mess up, just wipe it off and start over. Okay. So you see that I have my basic shape, right? It looks easy, 10s. What in the world? Autocorrect. I got you, Alexandra. Tomatoes. I like it though. I like tomatoes. Okay, so I've got the back 2/3 of it done, right? I'm not going to put any more product on my brush because the front is supposed to be more natural, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those quick little strokes. I'm going to cut them in half. So I'm not going to be doing the longer strokes. I'm going to do short, super short strokes, super light strokes. And basically what I'm doing is I'm pulling this color further, but I'm coming at it this way. Does that make sense? So I'm taking color this way, but I'm stroking this way, okay? Watch it. Magic. Magic is happening. So really, if I'm adding color, I'm adding it back here, and then I'm bringing it forward. You see? You see it moving? Then when I get to the front, because I have those scars, my eyebrows go all over the place. They don't know what they're doing. They're just crazy, being crazies. They're like in line at a Black Friday sale. Which way do I go? They don't know. Okay? Now, when you're using Shadow Sense, you need to remember that you need to look at your eyebrows from every angle. Because your eyebrows, the way your eyebrows lay the hairs, you might not get under the hair or you know, on top of the hair. So you've got to look at it from every angle and make sure you don't have any like bald spots. You know what I'm saying? So like here, I'm going to fill in a little bit more. I'm going to make this a little bit darker. And like I said, you guys, this seems like it's taking a lot, but I literally, if I leave this house, I have brows on and I can get it done in 2 minutes. I ain't leaving this house without brows. That's my rule, which is funny because I never used to do my brows. Okay. You see that? What do you think? So, as you can see, Shadow Sense gives you a fuller look. Brow Sense is going to give you kind of that micro-bladed look. What color lip sense are you wearing? I am, so all my customers know me as Mix Master Michelle. I usually never wear a solid color unless it's a brand new color. I pre-mix pretty much everything. So I have on Cocoa, which if you guys don't have Cocoa, you need to get it. Cocoa is amazing. It's my favorite color to pre-mix with. This is Cocoa and Summer Fun. Can you see the difference? Okay, you see the difference? This is more like fuller, and this is more of like a microbladed look. But you could also, if you wanted to, get that waterproof look and that it's so stable. I'm telling you, like, I could be in a windstorm and these babies aren't going anywhere. You could take your Shadow Sense and go in and fill in as well. So you can mix them. What do you guys think? Show me some hearts. You love it? How do you pre-mix? I don't think anybody's doing a pre-mix, are they? I will share to the page how you pre-mix. I'll check with the ladies, see if that's, if they would like to share that info, and I will share. Your brows look amazing. Thank you. Yes, so don't be scared of the eyebrow. Oh, one more thing I did want to ask, because I am just finishing up a book. I am just, well, I'm halfway through Girl Wash Your Face. If you haven't read it, you need to read it. I need a new book. So if you have any suggestions, put them in the comment. If you're catching the replay, say, look what you made me do. I get a laugh out of it every time when somebody says, look what you made me do, and it comes up in my notification. So now I just do it every time. So let me know if you have any book suggestions or what your favorite book is, because I need a new book. And please do not be afraid of brows. Brows change the game for your face. I mean, look at it. It's a huge difference. So I took a before, and I'm going to take an after, and I'll post that. And please let me know if you have any questions, or if you need ideas on shaping. I can help you out with that. And yeah, so that is my brow tutorial. Thank you guys for joining. Make sure you catch all the other videos. I think there's maybe one or two more. And good luck. There are some amazing prizes. So get purchasing. You got to get that mega prize. I'm jealous. Whoever gets that Dyson blow dryer, I'm coming after you, because I'm going to get that from you. All right, ladies, thanks for tuning in, and stay bright.